YouTube. I'm back, and I'm here to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, invent. Okay, thought we weren't doing this anymore. Invent. What? Invent. Oh my goodness, Amazon. I thought we weren't doing this anymore. His name's. He literally just saved me last week. Invent. Invent. Oh my goodness. I thought I could say invincible. Oh, wait. Cool. But yeah, here to talk about that Pyreplex episode. That episode was crazy. So like basically you have Pyreplex, and I said he was with his stepsister. Well, no, adopted sister. And then how you said it was pretty amazing how you said seeing them talk, interact, and then that be the same family that Mark went through the building and Omni-Man threw him through or punched him through during season 1. I like that callback. It was pretty amazing. And then he was trying, and Mark was trying to save them, but he couldn't save them. But he had the mom's arm, like how you said, had the mom's arm, and he was like, oh, I couldn't do anything. And then you just see Pyreplex in the background, like, oh, he's the reason why my sister is dead. And I'm like, bro, it's crazy because he just goes in a downward spiral, just trying to get Mark to go on trial. And I don't blame him. Like, wouldn't you want a superhero like that to go on trial? Like, just like how Batman, Superman with Dawn of Justice, that whole thing, put him on trial just to see. But I know Mark will be innocent because, how you said, it wasn't his fault. But how you said, you seen Pyreplex going to the lady to be like, oh, hey, let's put him on trial. And she's like, oh, it's out of my hands. AKA, saying basically the Pentagon, the Cecil, and all of them. Yeah, it's really out of her hands. And then eventually you see Pyreplex going this whole thing and then eventually going to the Pentagon, working for Cecil and all them. And eventually taking those little circle things to amplify his powers, bring out more of them. And then I say you just see him having his wife to beat him because like he said, he needed to get because basically his power is like kinetic energy, and it's basically like him getting hit and then he gets more powerful, electricity. And then I said basically doing that, asked for Invincible, selling his name for good few minutes, and then Shapesmith came, stopped him, then got beat up. Then I said Pyreplex left, thought he killed him, didn't. Then he went off into the air, and then because I said Mark and them were at bowling, trying to bowl. Mark was like, I ain't dealing with this. It's not my problem. He said there's other superheroes, and I guess I kind of get that aspect because I said he wants to live a normal life. He said he doesn't want to do this all the time because I said sometimes it doesn't have to be his problem. But then eventually, how you say, you got them, and then they got to go to the funeral of the whole place and all that. And then I said Pyreplex is going to be there because the wife was talking to him because they got a kid. Pyreplex trying to comfort the kid. The kid went to the mom because he was scared of the dad because he didn't know what's going on. And then he said had them go to the memorial thing. And then after they went there, you seen Pyreplex. He showed up, naming off all the people that were dead when Omni-Man and Mark fought. Mark was about to suit up in that red and black fit, ready to go. And then Eve was like, no, I got this. So she handled business. Mark thought she was better get knocked out, beat. He was ready to go suit up. And then the mom was like, hey, you got to give her more credit than that. Exactly. She figured out Pyreplex's whole SNCC, his whole power setup. Basically, he comes off of contact. So I was like, okay. Look at Adam, Eve, smart brain. They basically, I like how they stopped him. But then he was in the transport thing going to jail. But then he literally realized if he hits himself or whatever, does whatever, he'll get powerful. And that's what he did and blew up the whole van. Why didn't they knock him out or have him incapacitated or something, basically sleeping? You can see if he wasn't sleeping, you seen what he did in the car. Basically, he was hitting himself and then basically charged up and then escaped. And then he said doing all that. And then eventually he said Mark had to go stop him because he got free. And then because he said Mark is basically working with Donald, that's his only inside trustable person you can work with. So kind of glad to see that. Then he went to go find them, found Pyreplex. They fought for a little bit, and then boom, he was going haywire, going crazy, trying to fry Mark, and that didn't work. But then he looks back, family, his whole family toasted. Like the wife was like, all right, let's do this. Let's get this all set up. Let's get a whole thing. Like you captured me. Boom. They all do all that. Again, how he said Mark fights him. He tries to basically fry Mark. That doesn't work, but he fries family instead. Just they were burnt marshmallows. It was crazy. It was bad. I was like, bro, you did all that just to do that to your family, and all you could have done is I don't even know what he could have done. Went through the law system, but I said ended up doing that. Mark was like, oh my goodness, what did you do? And then he said Power Plus was basically trying to explode with like electricity energy. And then Mark was like, he can't even let him do that. He had to stop him. So Mark basically like held on to him, basically make sure he wouldn't explode, and basically had to be the freaking conduit. Had to go on to him, and you just see him look over there, just red stuff leaking, him coughing up red stuff, and it's like, bruh. And it's like Mark has to basically take all that in for he doesn't explode. Does it? Basically takes him to jail. Then he said Mark talks to him and tries to give him some comfort, be like, hey, I remember your family when I found my dad and I tried to save them. And then Powerplex was just like with a dead cold stare. It was like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna come for you. I'm gonna destroy your whole world. And he was like, because you deserve this. And Mark was just like, dang, I can't really save him. Can't do anything. But then you get the GOAT. You get the OG. You get Rex Flow. Spend absolute game in his room bored. He was like, kind of miss fine shite. He was about to go see Ray. And then Ray came in, knocked on the door. I was like, hey. And he was like, hey. Because you get that feeling when you like a girl, it's kind of awkward. You like each other. And then he was like, he was right out with, he was like, hey, last night sparks were flying. Were you getting up too? And she was like, yeah. And then he was like, yeah, I'm talking a little bit about it. And then she was like, I'm leaving. And he was like, whoa, wait, what? You're leaving? He was like, you can't leave. You can't leave the team. She was like, I am. Because she wants to live a normal life. Because that's what she's been wanting, like, in the last couple episodes. She just wanted to live a normal life since she almost, like, died. And I totally get that. And then she asked Rex to come live with her. And Rex was like, no, I can't. He can't really do it because, like he said, that's basically what he's known. This is what he does because, like he said, if he doesn't do that, he's going to be a nobody. And Ray was like, it doesn't matter because she was like, are you happy? Rex was like, what do you mean I'm happy? She was like, are you happy to keep doing this day in and day out, almost dying? Or one day, eventually, you will die. And Rex was like, this is all I have. I'm a somebody when I do this. But she was like, we can go be nobodies together and it's going to be okay. And Rex was like, he doesn't know. But he said he'll help her move. Because, like he said, Rex is an OG. He's the best. And he's a changed person now. He's a real changed person. I like that for Rex. I really love Rex. Like I said, I'm going to say it twice in this video. Hey, just like Gambit, two people that can explode stuff are the best characters. And basically the whole TV show, cartoon series, or whatever you want to say. But then after that, we get our tease of the war. And boom, you see it. Angstrom Levy's talking to all of them. Boom. Day one, the Invincible War starts. Boom, 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 boom. Portals open up like the comic book. Boom, 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 boom. Bro, you just see them all jet off. All the Invincibles. Angstrom's like, he wants them to hate Invincible. He wants them to not despise Invincible. He wanted Mark's name to be in dirt. He wanted to crush it. So then you see Mark, Eve, they're cuddling. He's like, hey, let me see your family. Let's have the dinner you always cancel. He wants to see them. Then boom. He said after that, it was time for Mark and Eve. They said they got a ring on the phone because they said Invincible Ink. And then boom, you see Mohawk Mark destroying the prison, and they're like, "Oh no, Mark's here. Oh, Invincible's here," and they're all like, "What? No, I'm not." Then boom, Mark goes there, fights him, but Mark hits him with the whole tactic that his dad did, and what Cecil's been doing to him. Basically using the ears. Basically does the two things, hits him in the ears. Basically, boom, he's incapacitated. Mohawk Mark after they have their whole little scuffle, their whole fight. That fight was amazing, huh? But like I said, Mark and Mohawk Mark's incapacitated. How you said, but then when he leaves, he wakes back up, and I'm just like, bruh, that wasn't for too long. And then how you said Oliver's about to go out trying to go help because like you said, there's so many Invincibles out there, and Debbie doesn't want him to go because she doesn't want him to get hurt and not come back. Then she cries, tells him, "Hey, she loves him." And he tells her she loves him too. And then he goes off saving the world. Then Mark and Eve go together, try to go find more Invincibles they can try to take down. Then they see the one with the bandana on his face. And then he's finding people. He's like, "You're not a fraction of my power." And then Mark is like, "Is this enough?" Talking about him. And then I said they fight him for a little bit. He's basically getting jumped. And then Mark just keeps asking him like, "Hey, how'd you get here?" And then you get Omni Man Mark. He comes in and he's like, "Oh, hey, bro, you need help?" He's like, "Hey, these two call you trouble." He's like, and then you see Bandana Mark be like, "Beep off, I got this." And then the other one was like, "Cussing doesn't make you cool." And then I said they fight both of Adam, Eve, and Mark. And then he said Mark's doing good by himself. And like, because them two are like fighting him, then he's fighting him back. I said weaving, dodging. Then they just both beat up Mark at that point. Then Eve doing her thing, trying to step in. Then yeah, she gets her leg broken. Then yeah, it's over. And Mark's over her, trying to protect her. And then both of them were like, "You can't save her and fight us both." And then yeah, and the one bandana Mark was like, "Yeah, you're cooked, dude." Like, bro, he was funny. I like that Mark. And then Cecil teleports them out of there. And then he said Oliver thinks he sees Mark, but it's like long haired Mark. Or it might have been another Mark. I don't know what Mark was it again? Or was it like no, I think it was like another Mark that just like had the costume on someone and the face like exposed. Yeah, because I remember. Yeah, Oliver broke his back. Like he like I guess he had his back broken or whatever. Then Oliver punched it again, and then it fixed his back, and then they fought. So yeah, and then how he said Cecil over there trying to protect Eve, fixing her up, got her in the doctor, and then Mark over there is over her body, is like wanting to be their protector because like I said all the Invisibles know about the place, about the Pentagon. And then Cecil was like, "Bro, we need you out there. A lot of people are dying." And he's like, "I don't care." He's like, "I don't care. I gotta stay here with her because they come here and try to destroy this place. He needs to be here to stop them." And he was like, "She's gonna be real upset with you. She knew that you stayed here and didn't do anything to save the world." And he was like, "I don't care. I want to be here with her." And then I said, "Well, it was day two. Day two. Oof. Day two was bad." And he said a lot of superheroes were getting bodied. Then they needed more. He said Cecil sent out Britain on them. And I said all of them were fighting. A lot of them were getting bodied by these marks. But how you said, even Cecil said, a lot of those marks are not that strong than Mark in the main continuity. Like, they're not that strong. Like, they're kind of weak to him. So, but he's still a superpowered, ultra superpowered being. So, a lot of them got bodied. You see Sinister Mark fighting some people, him over there bodying people. And then how you said, like, a lot of them just, like, destroying the world, destroying Irresponsible's name. And then how you say you get, bro, Rexplode, bro. The goat, he dies. I'm like, bro. Cause he put up a good fight. Cause you see Rudy, and this was like fighting him or whatever. And he's like, "Oh," he was like, "Oh, I hear a little fear in your voice. One of these is you." But he was like, "I know you well, robot buddy. I know one of these has your body in it." And he was like, "Oh, hit the jackpot, got him." About to kill him. And then, bro, Bulletproof come in. I was like, I wanted to see this fight. I want to see how this would go. Because he basically has like kinetic energy, like basically like a more powerful like little way, like because he gets probably like same way like how Mark does, get stronger when you fight, and then also he's getting punched on to make him stronger too. So I was like, this could be a good to see kind of good fight. Fights him for a few seconds and then broke his body, and I'm like, what kind of fight is this? Bro didn't even get no time in the limelight, and I was like, all right, whatever. We're gonna get our boy Rex the GOAT. I love Rex. I said, OG. I don't care. Rex was the best character. Literally invincible, and Rex literally carried every season. I don't care. I don't care what any of y'all say. Type in the comments. Type in RIP Rex. Type in GOAT Rex. Type in everything about Rex that is kind, loving, caring. He went out like a G. Literally, he told all of them, "Leave. I got this." And then he was like, "These guys don't know what I'm lying." It literally looks at death itself, looks at it, this version of Invincible, and was like, all right, bro, let's get to go. Bro's throwing rocks. Bro's throwing his goggles. Bro's throwing everything he got in there. Fight this guy off. And he literally puts this man on the ground. Literally type strongest character in Invincible. Puts this man on the ground. Literally implodes. Literally the piece of the floor. Boom, blows up. But I don't know how he didn't get like wombo combo. Like, I'm amazed he did not get freaking like eat up and Rex was able to lead. Like, no. It was just like the comic book, and I was like, dang, I feel bad. Because Rex gets picked up, and then like right then when he gets picked up, he was like, that's all you got? What are you going to do now? You got no more stuff to explode. And he was like, I do got one last thing. He was like, what is it? He was like, my entire skeleton. And bro charges that boy up. Explodes. And when I was watching that, guys, I was shaking. I was like, bro. Because I was like, Rex, he's really gone. He really just sacrificed himself to save the world. I was like, that's crazy. It's crazy. And then you see Ray driving up and her just saying, no, 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 no. And day 3 happens. Mark's still with Eve, but all the Invincibles have destroyed the world. They're just literally looking at the world. You see that one Mark, you see another Mark, and all of them just literally just hovering, staring at the world that they were staring at the part of the world they destroyed. Then Angstrom's like, all right, I need to come get y'all. Come meet me at the house where I all grew up at. And then all of them are like, some of them are like, I hate this place. And then others are like, I miss this place. And then the one Mark was it's like almost wearing basically wearing a mask, was like, oh hey, I wanted to come here and bring mom and bring her with me. I think that Mark lost his mom or whatever. Because I said all of them had different motives of why they were there and what they wanted. And all of them were about to all arguing, and then seeing Angstrom was like, they need to leave this world. So they need to use him to leave this world to do what they wanted to do. So basically, they were always going to torture him, get whatever they wanted. And then Angstrom was like, no. Because he thought they were all going to turn on him sooner. And Angstrom was like, yeah, I already had a plan for all y'all. So, yeah. Then after that, like I said, Cecil was like, we found them. Bro, you see Mark, bro, jet. Cecil drops him off, bro. He jetted him. He was like, it's you. He was like, I thought I killed you. He was like, no, you didn't. Boom. Them two were just fighting, going in the air. How you said Mark is better at the flying now, just like portaling, predicting portals. And then how you said with Cecil, but not Cecil, freaking Angstrom's throwing out his little orbs at him, trying to throw him off, trying to get him in the portals, and he's just weaving, dodging. And I'm like, okay, weave, dodge. Literally, he's doing all that. And then I said, Angstrom eventually catches up with Mark, basically puts the portal right behind him, since all his orbs out at Mark. Mark just stands there. He was going through him, then he gets pushed back almost right there to it. Then he just makes a stand. And bro, he's just like holding. And then he's like, no, boom. He's breaking him. He's punching, going. And then you say Angstrom just sees like he's trying to lose orbs, and they just keep going. And he's punching. Mark's just going, because he knows he can't stop. He has to reach Angstrom. Boom. There's no more. He jets to Angstrom. Angstrom has no chance to react. And I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Grabs him, literally was like, you did all this to destroy my name, only to get to me. And then he was like hesitating for a few seconds, and Oliver jumps on. He's like, you have to stop this. He was like, you have to stop this. And I was like, brother. And he was like, I'm about to do it. Boom. About to literally rip his heart out of his chest. And then he teleports out, like literally throws the orb at his face. Boom, gets hit with the orb. About to rip him apart. Orb gets in his face. And then literally Oliver was like, no. And then teleports out, loses his hand, loses his arm. And then he's like, ew. He's like, that's gross. And he's like, yeah. Then it's a whole day with day 3. It's them basically trying to rebuild. How you said Cecil wants to take Mark and have him be the new Guardians of the Globe, because literally, Immortal, I want to go start a family with you, Kate. I don't care about some dumb family. We don't care. We do not care. Give us back Rex Splode. That's all we care about. The GOAT, the myth, the legend, his whole character arc. Bro, Amazing. Chef's kiss. Absolute cinema. Bring him back. Who cares about some dude that can live for a long time? I care about a dude that can explode stuff. I don't care. I care if people call that dumb. Call that absolute peak. Gosh. But anyways, sorry guys. I just miss Rex. Love him as a character. But then I was just like, all right, got all that. And then Cecil tried to talk to Mark, and Mark was like, yeah, I'm not trying to hear from you. But he was like, thanks anyway. And then he said him getting sent. Cecil drops him off. Basically sends him to the thing to go help clean up. A lot of superheroes are cleaning up DC Powerplex. He gets mad, shoots Mark with a whole bunch of electricity. And then he said, Oliver comes in and he was like, for his bro. Literally, Mark's literally a D1 slide for his brother. He'll slide for Mark any day of the week. He gets zapped. Oliver was like, nah. Boom. You just see him just like punch him in the rubble. He's like, yo, nah. That's my brother. He's like, that. Literally, I'm going to be saying that again when I talk about the last episode on Invincible. But it's like, again, hey, Oliver's a good brother. He'll slide for Mark any day. Like, bro, anyone hits Mark, boom, he's sliding. Then he said after that, they fight. They get Powerplex. He had to penetrate down. Basically, they both have to like take the electricity and just like wait for it to like dissipate on him because like I say he's so powerful, and them two have to like basically just be the conductor and absorb it. And then he said do that. And then he said Powerplex is like it's all his fault, and Mark even knows that. Looking down, looking at all the other heroes, and they all see him. He's looking at himself and is like looks down and is like it really is almost all his fault. Like it's not his fault, but they wore his name. They were a version of him that were bad, and him just cleaning up, trying to help. And then you hear the GOAT, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, say, "Stand ready for my arrival, worm." Jeffrey Dean Morgan comes into the Invincible Universe, hitting us with that cold line. I'm like, peak absolute cinema right there again. Robert Kirkman, you know how to hit us with that absolute peak. Same with you, Amazon. Then you see them. You hear Mark hits the line. All this is my fault. And all I want to do is hit something as hard as I can. And Conquest is like, good. And they both just charge at each other. And then we're about to see a Conquest and Invincible fight. So, yeah, guys, just want to let y'all get my thoughts on this. Give it to y'all. I'm going to be making this video, probably post it tomorrow. Other video, probably post it Monday. As I'm trying to get this out to you guys. I know I've been, haven't been really a little bit slacking somewhat on this, but I'm trying to give it back to all y'all. I'm trying to get gaming content to y'all. I'm trying to get this video out to y'all. But also, I'm going to try to hint at it at this video, and I'm just going to tell you in the next video what it is. If you guys want me to make a video on another TV series that's out right now that's super related, I'm going to say this now. I'm going to need y'all's opinions in the comments, and hey, yeah, also I'm going to probably say this too, a certain amount of likes on that video too. Like if I get to like 10 likes on it and y'all comment that y'all want to see it, I'll do it. Keep going with that and try to catch up on the series to let y'all know my thoughts and opinions and other stuff about it. Like I said, I'll talk more about it on that video, but right here, right now, just want to talk about Invincible. I love the show. Love where it's going. I'm already sad that it ended. And hey, said I loved it. Hey, said again, Robert Kirkman, get me up there. Get me up there. Please. I love Invincible. They said I'm out. I need to go watch Invincible right now to make the last video. So, peace everybody. And like, subscribe, come on, all the TikToks. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And blow up the YouTube. We're at 76, 77 subscribers. Get me to 100 where I can do this giveaway for y'all. Give y'all something Invincible related and something Spider-Man related, because that's the last video we did. And I really love those two characters and other characters. One other TV series come out for them. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hey, Sanjay out. Wait, I got one more thing. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, amazing day. And yeah, hope it keeps getting better. Love you all.